What's good, Destined One? So apparently they came through with an insane update for Black Myth Wukong. Today I'm going to talk about the most important things first, all the biggest changes, and then I'll go through all the patch notes. So let's get straight into it. First things first, the largest elephant in the room, the biggest change. We'll run right over here to Yin. This guy now sells fine gold thread. Now I always thought that was just so weird. I was looking for an enemy in this game that had it and there was none, but now you can buy it. So if you're trying to upgrade all your armor in the game, you can do so. Run over here, get to your New Game Plus run, and start buying your fine gold thread. Pretty awesome. He also sold 6 celestial ribbons. Previously, there was only 12 celestial ribbons per cycle in the game, meaning you would have to beat this game 4 times to max out every single armor set. Now that they've added these 6 that I was able to find as soon as I came into this New Game Plus run, there might be between 12 to 18, which is still 4 runs of the game. So, I mean, it doesn't change by much, but it is something that I did notice. Let me know what you found in the comment section below. Moving on to the second biggest change. They buffed this weapon right here. Pretty amazing. Now, this weapon was fairly decent before the buff, but now they made it into a straight savage, because this is a mid-game weapon, not something you use for endgame. This is something definitely mid-game. It was pretty solid. It had 80 damage on it. It was the Spikedshaft staff. Now it has maximum mana of 30 added to it, so it gives you a little bit of utility, and its unique effect was continuously gaining focus for a brief moment after seeing through the enemy, which is great. But once you get to chapter 4 and you fight the long neck tiger enemy, you can get this special curio right here, the Tiger Tendon Belt. The Tiger Tendon Belt is something that's pretty amazing because for a brief moment after seeing through the enemy, you considerably increase your attack stat, which is awesome because then we can take that even further. If you've gone and you've defeated Yellow Long in chapter 4, then you can unlock this right here, which is moderately increasing invincibility duration when seeing through the enemy. You could already see the synergy right there. So if you're really good at seeing through the enemy, as well as using other things like, I would say, the Vigilant Heart and the Shadow ability here over in the Foundation Tree, you can have a lot of fun with those effects in the game. Now, speaking of buffs, let's talk about the second one, which I'm not really a fan of. Sorry. The Venomous Sting Insect Armor. So they tried to buff this up a little bit to make it a little bit better. And ultimately, when you're wearing all pieces of the set and you actually have the Fuban Strength running, the change is that they considerably increase the duration of medicinal effects. Now, originally certain items, some of the best items that you could use would increase your DPS or your attack stat for about a minute and 25 to a minute and 30 seconds. That has been increased to about a minute and 40 seconds. So it's like a 10 to 12 second increase. But at the end of the day, if you're not really using medicines in this game, does that help you? Now, if this is an Arbor set that you get and you use fairly early in your playthrough, I guess it's decent, but there's so many other way better options in the game that you want to get to mythical as soon as possible. For example, the Pilgrim set. I'm not a fan of it, but it's one of the best sets in the game, if not the best set in the game. So it's kind of hard to try to pick the Venomous set over the Pilgrim's Guard, but they did buff it, and I wanted to let you guys know the change. Another change is going to be right here in the Relic. Sound as a Bell. Narrows the window of rock solid deflection, but returns half of the mana cost of the spell upon a deflection. So apparently they're trying to make this a little bit better. They're narrowing the window of the rock solid deflection so you can visibly see the difference, but at the end of the day, let me know if you're even using this skill at all. I am going to be making a rock solid build and trying to get that through a New Game Plus run to see if it's any good, but for right now, this isn't really a skill that I'm too familiar with. But let me know how you feel about that change. All right, let's talk about all the things they patched out of the game, the glitches. The first glitch they patched out is going to be this one right here, Ring of Fire glitch. Before, you was able to create a ring of fire, then you would be able to put 1 foot in the fire, 1 foot outside the fire, and switch to your transformation Ashen Slumber. You would explode, and then at which point you would constantly get back focus as if the ring of fire was still there. And that was infinite. It just kept coming back over and over, meaning that you could continuously use 3 focus point attacks very easily. You could then mix that effect with the Pilgrim set, something that already gains small amounts of focus per second by just sprinting, and you could get back your focus extremely fast and just be broken. So that is no longer in the game. They got rid of it. Another glitch or exploit that was in the game was going to be crash. Apparently you was able to use immobilize, and the crash effect of moderately increasing your damage was not falling off under certain circumstances. I didn't really know anything about this, and it's here in the patch notes that they apparently fixed it. For anybody who didn't know about this, and if you're worried about this skill, I didn't see any major changes to it in my playthrough today. I've literally been running through the entire game for my 4th time on New Game Plus, and I use immobilize very often, and I didn't see any changes. There's no big difference, and there's nothing to be alarmed about. Now, if you was trying to exploit this, then that has been changed. It's patched out of the game, and you can no longer use it. That's just to let everybody know what's going on with this. But for people who didn't know about that glitch, your gameplay will not change whatsoever. There's not going to be anything noticeable. Let's move on. So this change right here, I'm extremely excited about. I just dropped a video about Ball Lang Lang and basically how to get him. And all of the people in my comment section was telling me they couldn't get a tadpole. And I just didn't understand what was happening there. Well, apparently Game Science knew about this and they have patched it out of the game. If you have defeated any of the frogs and you did not receive the left hand of Buddha or a tadpole, you will now have it sitting in your inventory after you update the game. So congratulations, go get your mythical frog and start trying to test him out. He's an amazing spirit in Black Myth Wukong. And finally, I'm not going to say it's a nerf, but we do have to talk about it. They've improved the combat experience for the Yao Guai King 100-eyed Taoist Master. So apparently they've messed with it. How? They don't want to talk about it, because the last time they did, we said nerfs, and that got the whole community buzzing. So this time they just said they improved the combat experience. I'm about to be on chapter 4 like in the next couple of hours, and I am going to test this out. If I see anything major that's been changed, I'll let you guys know. But let me know if you found anything yourself so far in his fight. The last time they adjusted or improved the experience, they nerfed the hell out of the boss to where now you can do damage like this. Yeah, I do 35,000 damage on this thing now. That wasn't a thing before. That's kind of broken. Anyways, we're going to have to wait and see what exactly they changed, and let me know what you find. Okay guys, now that we've talked about all the major things, let's go over all the patch notes and wrap up this video. Major updates. They fixed an issue where the game could occasionally crash during certain boss fights if the window system was set to Turkish. Fixed various crashes and errors occurring under certain circumstances. They fixed an issue that could prevent 100% achievement completion from triggering under certain circumstances. Congratulations to everybody who just got their 100% achievement. This game is amazing, and it feels good when you actually, completed it. Added detection and update prompt for operating system version and graphic driver version. Awesome. Improved the combat experience for the Yao Guai King 100-eyed Taoist Master. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. RIP 100-eyed Taoist Master. There goes another boss. Anyways, resolved an issue where the Destined One could be thrown outside the invisible wall during certain Yao Guai Chief and King battles. All right, so I have personal experiences with this. Erlang, I think I beat him so bad that one time he threw me outside the barrier and I couldn't get back into the fight to finish it. I had to reset my game and wait for him to use his grab attack to yank me through the barrier. It was kind of weird. Glad they fixed that. And yeah, that's a pretty big issue to have with boss fights. Fix an issue where some enemies could get stuck. Yeah, the first boss got stuck. I didn't even understand why. He just stood there for a couple of seconds and just let me get free shots. I was kind of confused. So that was a glitch. All right, bet. Fix an issue where some enemies could not be defeated under specific conditions. That is petrifying. Could you imagine trying to fight somebody like the spider in chapter 4 and that thing don't die? That English is crazy. And that thing doesn't die? Wow. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Fix an issue where opening the menu interface caused some enemy skills to fail. Wow, that can be exploited. I didn't know about it, but okay. Fix an issue where some murals in the Great Pagoda were not displaying correctly. That makes a lot of sense. I thought one of those murals was just DLC because I've 100% completed this game. I've done everything, and just one of the murals was just never filled in. So I just assumed it was DLC, but obviously that was a glitch. Cool. Fix an issue where character models in the Flaming Mountains were not being removed properly. Ah, so Ping Ping is gone. Interesting. I thought that was a weird glitch as well. She was just standing there. You could take pictures with her and everything. It was just wild. The Spikedshaft staff now increases maximum mana by 30. Yep, we talked about it. The insect armor set now considerably increases the duration of medicinal effects. Yeah, okay. Reduce the narrowing effect of timing window for rock solid deflection imposed by the Great Sage talent. Sounds as a bell. We talked about it. Fix an issue where the Destined One could continuously maintain the Ring of Fire. Yeah, the glitch. They got rid of it. Fix an issue where the damage increased effect of Crash talent was not being properly removed under specific conditions. They got rid of that glitch. And after entering a new cycle, the Destined One can now purchase materials such as fine gold thread from Yin Tiger. Where's the Celestial Ribbons at? Curious. Fix an issue where the tadpole and the Buddha's left hand may not drop for the Destined One, and it is now sitting in your inventory if you have completed those corresponding bosses after updating your game. Make sure you update the game so you can go get this right here. It's one of the best gourds. The Immortal Blessing gourd combined with Long Bomb, these things go crazy. Like, that attack difference is absolutely insane. You will really feel it. You really will. For the last 3 localization improvements, corrected some translation errors and added translations for certain portraits. Ooh, I meant to talk about this, and now is a great time to do so. So, alright guys, so one of the armor sets in this game, one of my amazing subscribers who speaks Chinese let me know about this, and I was so confused. But yeah, it is a glitch. The Gale Guard Be Small armor before, and you can check this video right here that I made about this armor set, was it significantly extends the duration of invincibility of dodges. I thought that was amazing, and I thought that would be a great addition to the set. But apparently, and my subscriber was letting me know, the Chinese translation of that did not say that. It said it reduces it, meaning that you lose iframes, which I thought was just crazy to me because I never really felt like I was losing iframes when I use this skill. But apparently that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Significantly reduces the duration of invincibility of dodges. Upon a perfect dodge, it further reduces cooldowns for all spells. So yeah, this is one of the corrections that they did. Significantly reduce the duration. It's kind of crazy to me. All right, finally, I want to talk about this right here. So this, I don't know whether this is a glitch or not. Currently, the way this translates is it disables perfect dodges but grants tenacity when health is below half. So tenacity is the effect where you can no longer be interrupted. However, when you jump into a fight with this armor set, you will be able to do whatever you want and not be interrupted. However, as soon as you go under half health, you can get slapped around like a rag doll. And it's kind of crazy to me, but you cannot perfect dodge in this armor set whatsoever. So that is being disabled like it's supposed to be, but everything else is still present. Let me know what you've discovered down in the comment section below. I'm really curious about this. And that's going to be everything you need to know about the update for Black Myth Wukong. If you like what I do here on the channel, make sure you smash the like button for me and sub so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and everything else for Black Myth Wukong. This is your boy Emma, M since HD. For now though, I'm out of here.